What's up? Hey. Ooh. It's Criterion 85. I'm here. The 85 stands for okay. Today we are ranking John Waters, the legendary, the man, the myth, the legend himself. John Waters, Queen of Trash, King of Filth, King of Filth, King of Grime, King of Grit. God! I figured it was the outfit making me stutter, so I changed. Now we got my pepper shirt. We don't need no stinky taste buds. Okay, John Waters is up there for my favorite filmmakers. I would say top 3, maybe. And recently I just went on a huge binge of watching his movies, and so we're gonna rank them today. The only one I haven't seen, the only full length I haven't seen, is his most recent, A Dirty Shame, because it's not really available anywhere, and if it is, I don't have the biggest interest in seeing it for some reason. It's just not very compelling to me. I thought the garage door was opening. It's just not very compelling to me, the idea of it, so we're gonna skip out on that one. And also, get that man his funding. If you don't know, John Waters is trying to fund his newest movie based on the book he wrote, which is amazing book, Liar Mouth. And Aubrey Plaza said that she would be willing to star in it. And it's like, bro, get this man. But he can't get funding because nobody wants to fund him because he hasn't made a movie in 20 years. But bro, get your funding. He has made legendary movies that have gone viral. Viral in the 80s. But still. He is a good ass dude. I don't know. He also just seems so genuine, and I just love him. Okay, but we're going to get started now. Number 10. Guys, I love all of his movies, okay? And it hurts to put this at number 10. I didn't even realize it was my least favorite until I laid them all out in front of me. But Cry Baby is my number 10. Starring Johnny Depp. Bet you didn't know Johnny Depp starred in it. Yeah, I really do like this movie. I like every single one of his movies. That's different from Greg Araki. I don't like some of his movies, but he hasn't missed for me. John hasn't missed for me. And Mr. Waters doesn't miss here. Okay, Crybaby is good. It is funny, it is campy, it is kind of corny. But I do not like it all the time. I think it's a little too much at times. I don't love Johnny Depp in it. Oh no, please don't hate me. I'm sorry. Don't love Johnny Depp in it, and I just thought it was a little too goofy at times. And there's times when John Waters too goofiness really works for me. There's some goofy ass movies here, but here it just didn't work for me. Especially the singing scene in the jail cell where he's like, he's singing all high as fuck. I'm just I don't enjoy this. I'm not having a good time. So that's a dirty shame, like his other movie. That's a dirty shame, but that's okay. Number 9 is Pecker. Pecker. This is kind of like a self-journey, biography or autobiography movie. Autobiographical film, kind of, about John Waters as he was growing up, being a photographer and trying to just take pictures of everything, and him going through his life. And it's really cute, it's really fun, it's amazing. I just really had a lot of fun watching this one. It's very whimsical, it's very happy. I think there's literally a song at the beginning that's happy. And it's bro, this is awesome. It's very lighthearted for John Waters, especially later in his career. He gets a lot more lighthearted. It's always kind of lighthearted. It's always comedy, but less dark, you know? I think that's tributed to him just becoming a more fulfilled man in his life. But yeah, Pecker was really good and is very fun. Not necessarily his craziest, but like whatever. Like, I don't care. Okay, number 8. It's gonna be the OG, the original. I don't even know if y'all knew he directed this. Hairspray. The Hairspray, the original Hairspray. This is the first film on this list to star Divine. It doesn't star Divine, but it has Divine in it. My favorite. Divine is so cool. But anyways, this movie is campy as fuck. It is so campy, but so much fun, and so, like, you really do want to just get up and dance to it. Like, and it's and it ends up being like about racial like tension and racial standards in America. And it's like, bro, this is sick. Happy, 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 happy. Like, how are we just gonna completely switch? But my chicken nuggets are ready. Yeah, so Hairspray is definitely the most like, maybe Crybaby? No. Hairspray is definitely the most like family movie that he's ever made. Like, if you want to show your parents John Waters and you want to get them in and, like, see how they feel about him, show them Hairspray. And, like, because it's a really good feel of, I think it's still a really good feel of him as a director and, like, his style. But it is definitely, like, cleaner and more, like, polished than most of his work. Which is a little, which is a little different than normal. Okay. Number 7. We got Cecil B. Demented. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I really like this movie. Really is just completely, it's so good. Okay, so this is a movie about a bunch of, like, castaway film people that, like, one's a pornographer, one directs, like, music videos, I think. One of them, like some of them, like, work jobs but want to make film and want to make art. And they kidnap this very famous actress and they force her to film, like, do their film, and it's like guerrilla style, and they, like, actually, like, shoot people up and, like, film it, and they're like, action. But anyway, this movie is extremely heightened, and I think is a commentary on itself about how film is supposed to be a heightened reality and shouldn't be, like, boring and stuff, and, like, should push the boundaries. And it's kind of like a testament to John Waters' whole work as a whole. This film is, like, kind of saying his ideas about film and how it should, like, it should push the boundaries of, like, what we find comfortable or what we, like, or what reality even is because film can just be whatever we want. And so that's why it's such a special thing, because, I don't know, maybe I'm, like, forcing this in, but that's why it's such a special thing. And this film is also just entertaining as fuck and very, very funny and very good. I just love all of his movies, man. Okay. Now, I'm actually going to say, I should have said this before Cecil B. Demented, but from this point up, these are, like, content warning for all of these movies. Like, all of these movies are fucking disgusting and filthy and offensive and mean and gross and offensive and mean and gross. And they're masterpieces. If you have the tolerance for them, like, these films are gonna change your life. But I understand if you would want to opt out, and I understand, like, why people don't fuck with this. Like, that is not something that I would ever blame somebody for not loving a John Waters movie. But if you get it, you get it. And it's so fun. It's so good to love. Like, loving things is just great, guys. Okay, what was that? Number 6. We got Desperate Living. Guys, this one is crazy. This is literally like a fantasy movie almost. It's about, like, these two regular ass people who kill somebody on accident and flee to, like, a whole other fantasy world where this queen rules and like fucking it's like about them living in this fantasy world, but it's like super grimy and super gross and super interesting, but it's also a really cool commentary on like class dynamic. And what did I say about this movie? It's just about those two people kind of fleeing there and meeting a bunch of freaks, a bunch of other outcasts like them, and like forming connections kind of. And it's really good. It's crazy as fuck. There's some of the craziest shit ever. There's a sex change operation in this film that is one of the most heinous things I've ever seen. But it's kind of iconic. It's kind of funny. But yeah, it's also pretty, I thought it was kind of emotional at times, and it's clear this is his budget is showing, because the ones I've listed before are, whoa, there's a big walk going on. The ones I've listed before have been post his kind of like breakout, and so he kind of has more of a budget with like Hairspray, Pecker, Crybaby, even Cecil B. But especially Desperate Living, which was pretty early on. I was like mid career, kind of. Yeah. Mid before blow up, and so he was still working with a very small budget. So he don't want to be quiet. He's working with an extremely small budget, so it's very like grimy and gritty, and that is a theme throughout the rest of his films on this list, except for maybe a few I'll say when. But he's very like, it's very much like, it almost feels homemade, but there's a sense of care and urgency about the filmmaking and uniqueness about the filmmaking and love behind the filmmaking that it's just, you don't even notice and you don't even care, and it honestly like does not affect anything at all. And it's just, I love it so much. Okay, but Desperate Living, that was number 6. Number 5. We got Multiple Maniacs, guys. We got Multiple Maniacs. Multiple Maniacs, bro. I'm about to be a multiple maniac if someone broke into my house. Multiple Maniacs, guys, we're getting into Divine. Divine is here officially. Divine is starring in these movies, and she is killing it, and she is eating up the scenery every time. Now, John Waters does have like a pretty consistent like cast in his films. Like they change up, but there are a certain few people who appear and appear and appear and appear in his work. And Divine is his main like muse. Like think Yorgos Lanthimos to Emma Stone. That's all I can think of right now. But like if you look up a picture of John Waters, a picture of John Waters with Divine will show up within the first like 5 pictures, I'm pretty sure. I don't know that for sure. But Multiple Maniacs is the story of like a freak show, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna leave things at that. I just need y'all to understand how much I love this. This was like one of his I think this was his first. Yeah. So this one definitely, you can tell the earliness of his filmmaking a little bit, and that's like the only problem I have with it. But yeah, the acting in this is incredible. Divine is insane. And this, let me make sure I'm right. This is also when his just like outlandish writing style just like starts, and some of the funniest, most quotable lines are in John Waters movies. There's a quote in this one. I love you so fucking much I could shit. That's hilarious, bro. Especially the way he says it. He's like, I love you so fucking much I could shit. It's so good. Yeah, this one's absurd. And it's about Divine. She's traveling in a freak show, and she finds out her lover is cheating on her. Dun, dun, dun. Crazy shit, bro. Crazy shit. I also forgot to mention just like how batshit insane the fucking ending is. Like, you are not fucking prepared. I'm not prepared. No one is prepared for the ending of this fucking movie. Okay, number 4. Number four, we got polyester. Polyester is one of the best satires ever made. It's a complete satire of suburban life and suburban household and what it's like to be in a suburban household, you know? And when it was released, it was shown with like scent cards, like scratch and sniff cards, that it would flash up on screen, and it's still in the movie. It flashes up on screen like when you're supposed to scratch and sniff. And some of the scents on there are like roses and like sheets. And then some of them are like a dirty fart or like vomit, and you're supposed to scratch and sniff and smell it, and it's like, ugh. And some people have like at the original screenings, people would like vomit and be like walking out of the theaters. Like, it's crazy. But that's not even commenting on the movie itself, which is acted phenomenally, obviously, and is just a complete takedown of the fucking suburban life, and is funny as all hell. And I don't know, man. It's just, once you get this high in John Waters, I don't know what to say to you, except just go. I can't explain them to you. They're just that good, okay? And you have to go watch them. Please. Number 3. This one is his most infamous film. His most shocking movie. His most controversial movie. It's going to be Pink Flamingos. Woo! Pink Flamingos! Yeah, everybody knows Pink Flamingos, right? Right? This one stars Divine, simply trying to fulfill her quest to maintain her title as the filthiest person alive. And boy, does she. This movie is the most shocking movie I've ever seen. And is also a really fun takedown of fame, but it's also one of the most fun experiences I've had at a movie theater ever. I saw this at midnight, at a midnight screening, and it was packed. So much fun, and this film is just so absurd and so funny, but just so gross and so, like, mean, and so, like, it is a mean-ass movie, but it comes around to being inclusive. It's so offensive that it's inclusive of everything. And just like, yeah. Content warning, though. There's real sex in this movie. Real chickens getting killed. Real fucking shit getting ate. Alright? No joke. Like, this shit is for real. Okay? Number 2. These two are 5 stars in my eyes. Yes! Oh my gosh, guys. We're getting there. Number 2. Female Trouble. This is Female Trouble, guys. Female Trouble follows Divine after she goes on a mental breakdown because she doesn't get her cha-cha heels for Christmas. Is that not the most real thing you've ever heard? She literally goes full ape shit, and she, like, the whole rest of her life changes because she didn't get fucking cha-cha heels for Christmas from her parents. And that is hilarious. That is the funniest shit I've ever heard. That it changes the course of her life and completely, like, shatters everything that could have been. Is so funny. And this film also contains one of the most controversial, like, scenes in a John Waters movie. So, what does that say to you? This is just the most quotable, the funniest, the most outrageous movie ever. Not as insane as Pink Flamingos, but just, I'm just putting it above because it just feels much more like smooth, and it's hard to explain, but you would get it. You'll get it, okay? But this one is great. Female Trouble. Yeah. Real Female Trouble. Amazing song. There was a song written for this movie, too, called Female Trouble, is the one I just sang. Female Trouble. And then number 1, my number 1 movie by John Waters, you probably know this if you follow me on Letterboxd, is Serial Mom, starring Kathleen Turner. The most perfect movie ever made. This is John Waters with a budget. This is him later. And I'm normally not a fan of his later stuff, but this one, man, is perfect. It's a perfect movie. Kathleen Turner's in it, and she's giving the best performance ever. Stu from Scream, you know who I'm talking about. What? Why am I blanking on his name? 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 Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Matthew Lillard. Matthew Lillard. And guys, it's called Serial Mom. It's about a mom that's a serial killer. Guys, watch it. It is a insane satire. It's the funniest movie ever. I would watch it every day, every week, every month. Show this to somebody who hasn't seen it at midnight. Y'all will have the most fun ever. Like, it's gonna be so fucking fun. Please go watch John Waters, and I really hope that you enjoy his movies. And I hope you don't think I'm weird for liking them so much, but I think they're that good. So that's my list. Me and Rocco wanted to say thank you for listening to it. And if you actually are this far, thank you. That's crazy. Oh, whoa, look at you, Rocco. You're so cute. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, that's going to be it for me. Because I am late to work. But that's because I care about y'all. And I care about making this. Kurt 85 out.